Now our next rig is a Bass Strait 24. It's owned by a plumber from Warragul called Dan McLeod. This guy has his shit sorted. Dan rocked up in his immaculate GMC Denali, towing this beautiful white stallion behind it. Now this Bass Strait 24 lives in the sweet spot between form and function. It's got a beautiful ride, it's got a massive dash, awesome stability at rest, and a beautiful hardtop.
I'm Daniel McLeod and I'm a plumber from Warragul. My boat is a Bass Strait 24 offshore hardtop. I chose a Bass Strait, always wanted one from a younger age. Very select few boats these days that actually do have a hard lid from factory.
I liked it in the hardtop. You felt very safe.
I love the wheelhouse design on it. There's plenty of deck space, great for offshore fishing. I could turn that into a dive boat pretty easily.
I just felt the wind picks it up a bit because it's a full wheelhouse.
So the Suzukis, I run a 21.5-inch pitch prop. I have tried 20s on it. 20s actually get it out of the hole a lot better again, but your top speed's around about 78 to 80. Uses a little bit more fuel at the average cruise speed, which is sort of 50 plus for us. So I went to a 21.5. That's got a cruise speed of around about 58 to 60 at under a litre per kilometre combined fuel. The weight of the motors is only 224 or 227 kilos each, versus like a Honda 200, for example, would be 290. So there's a lot of difference in that respect. We're saving 150 to 180 kilos off the rear of the boat. And efficiency out of the hole, even with twin 200s, is fantastic, even with 21.5s.
Depends how they're propped, but the Suzuki's just they're an awesome four-stroke.
Electronics, got twin Simrad NSS 12 Evos. They are powered by a BM175 wide, 1 kilowatt through-hole transducer. They work an absolute treat for me. BSM box in the cabin and everything for it as well. Just running the single transducer, run 5200 split screen on it. GMI 20s and stuff, obviously we have, which obviously let us know what the motors and everything are doing and the whole lot through the boat. But we have marked really good barrels in marlin particularly. Got a lot of photos and stuff even saved on our phones that we've actually picked up like very distinct marlin time after time. And there's been a hookup rate of about 95% each time we've marked one up on the sounder. So that's been fantastic, so that's proven. I've got a Simrad 4G radar on the roof, which is sort of very handy for picking up other vessels when you're in different conditions, like foggy conditions off sea. And stainless work, obviously the house 11 rods up the top and 8 inside the coamings. Live bait tank of 80 litres and a kill tank of 600 litres. A self-flooding keel also as well. And a cabin that sort of sleeps 2 adults comfortably, which is decked out with a pie warmer and LED lighting throughout.
You're getting on the 24 Bass Strait. I was really impressed by the stability when we first hopped on it. The dash layout is outstanding. The storage in the side pockets is great. Full length gunnel storage on the port side. Great hinged dive door, which I really like.
And I also noticed the dive door sucked a lot of water in.
The ride on the 233 is super soft. Getting on the Bass Strait 24, it's a little bit more industrial, a little bit firmer. Still got a great ride with the wheelhouse, super dry, huge big windows. Certainly doesn't feel like an enclosed cabin. It gives you that really open feeling, which I really like.
I found it's come down a little bit hard in certain water.
My theory has always been with cars and boats and everything like that is you generally try and trade them when they're at a good resale point of view. So I sort of thought to myself, if I sell it at around about the 200 hour or under point of view, I would get a good return for it, and I would focus on the build and do something similar in the same respect again. Knowing what I know now, you probably do the same thing again and still change a few things. There's always new technology on the market, so. I don't know if it's the perfect boat. Actually for me, it's practical and it works for what I want to do. I think you could always have bigger, don't get me wrong, I'd have a 30 tomorrow if it was easy to tow around and you could store it and still use it in the bay, but it's not. So 24 is probably about the biggest I would ever go in a sense before you started mooring something. So my brother's got the same boat, exactly the same boat essentially. The only difference between ours is the trailer and the white seats. We both obviously liked the Bass Straits for years, and it was just a factor of, one was never enough, so we had 2. Why do we have 2? Well, because we can. Trailer, it's an easy tow alloy. Skid trailer, full skid, fantastic trailer. Really good, rated to 3500. So Adam from Davey Marine pretty much decked my boat out with everything from motors to steering to electronics, anchor winch, absolutely everything. The only thing he didn't do realistically was the stainless work and obviously supply the trailer. The work's fantastic and he backs up his work really well too. So obviously anything that sort of went wrong always stayed back for me, and so yeah, that was very handy.
Dan come to us with a requirement for some pretty serious offshore game fishing. So we've coupled up a pair of 200 Suzukis on the back of this. We've also put a couple of Simrad NSS 12 12-inch touchscreen displays into his dash. One on top, one flush mounted, and coupled it up with the Simrad BSM sounder module and some wet-faced transducers into the keel line of the boat in a 1 kilowatt high wide beam, as well as a low for his deep water. So this boat's got a relatively intense fusion sound system. We've got 4 speakers in the cockpit area, amplifier in behind on the port side, in behind the dash, and also remote off the screens as well, so you can actually control the stereo from the multifunction displays. We've also got a remote for it as well. It had to be done to a survey standard. It had to be able to go offshore without any hiccups. So all the wiring in this boat, it's all tin copper cabling. You know, there's nearly a week of wiring just in behind the helm of this boat.
Bass Strait, very nice boat, very comfortable. I'd take it out anywhere.
Just ticks all the boxes for me.
Now there's 4 awesome rigs in the Battle of the Big V. To check out what we loved and didn't love, and also check out what the owners thought of each other's boats, check out the Captain magazine. It's on sale now.
This trip was fantastic, great group of guys. Everyone I met was really, really good to deal with. Fantastic, I'd do exactly the same thing again within the next couple of weeks if something come up. So if the option arose again, I'd be all for it. We've got one little comedian on the trip, Mohammed, Salami we call him. He's a funny man. Always got a story to tell. He's shooting his foot one week and he's getting knifed the next.